Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Truth Disclosure 369 in the house once again. Got my buddy Midnight the Battle Cat sitting on the side. It's been over a week now since I got on here. I just had to get on here and I guess lend my voice to the continued nonsense that's going on. But before I do that, just like to greet everybody who may come across this video and the universal words of peace. And the intent is that all people become free, free to live the life that the Creator wanted us all to live. And then all the machinations and all the things that are working against people from all over the planet to achieve that will be exposed for what it is. So I just wanted to get on here and chat on a few things. Like I said, it's been a never-ending onslaught of sadness, of tragedy, of confusion, of craziness that doesn't warrant a lot of the that warrants a lot more energy and a lot more action against the powers, against the institutions and all that shit that are doing this stuff. But so I guess let me start off with something that it's sad to have to always have to go over shit because dealing with gun violence and everything. We all know what's going on. But here's the thing, and every shooting that has happened over the past 30 days, mass shootings, regular shootings, from Buffalo, where the supermarket shooting, to the Asian individuals who were shot because of their ethnic affiliation, to the tragedy of the school in Texas, man. And it's like I do not trust nothing is the mainstream. As soon as the mainstream media puts their hand on anything of legitimate, of genuine purposes, of tragic consequences and stuff, anytime the media put their hand on it, I've already concluded people have the right to disagree, have their own conclusions on this. But when it comes down to it, they twist and they disturb the genuineness of every argument. And the shooting of all those children for no reason, man. All people involved in that shit were cowards, including the person who did the shooting, including the police who didn't move when they needed to move. They were cowards. Now, this is where I sit at. How the hell can you sit here? I mean, people want to say that the police was doing it, but come on, man. The energy that the police put out here in other circumstances, they don't even give you a chance to go ahead and say what you need to say or whatever. They automatically ready to kill you. You already know the person don't want to make it racial, but when it comes to situations in which, in the Black community, in which they automatically willing to go to the extreme just to do what they need to do. But when you come to a situation like this, it's like that energy wasn't there. And it's like, what the fuck is really going on? It's like, how the fuck would you not run into a school when you know it's in immediate danger and their kids are being shot at and shot, and you just stand out talking about we waiting for. I mean, this is the moment in which bravery and courage stands, it just blows up. When you and the whole position of being a civil servant, being one who wants the safety for others, including children, you goddamn, man, that seemed like that should have been a no-brainer. Like, fuck what any authority say, hey, it's kids in here getting shot at, and so immediately we moved in. But let that hit been another situation. I bet you the police would have did what that had to do. gun somebody down, and then all the flack after it. Oh, they wasn't armed. They thought it was a gun. It was a black person. It was this person, and all this other stuff that they gunned down. It wasn't right. But you got all that energy to put into that. But when it come in, it is children being shot up and the police scared to move in. Man, that's a big deal. And the sad thing about it, the media don't even want to call it out like it is. Why aren't these elected officials that keep talking about guns and all this stuff? Why aren't they calling out the fact that these police should have been the law enforcement agencies that was involved in this shit should have been the first ones responding and moving in, regardless of all that shit. That they try and legitimize and say that's why we had to do it this way. No. Cowards, man. They pick and choose battles, man, and then shit that's automatically fall up on an agenda. I mean, damn. Why wouldn't you? But with all that going on, here's a story that happened last week, Friday or Thursday or Friday one. But you don't hear this stuff on the media. Why? Why aren't they giving this coverage with all the gun violence, with all the shootings, with all the rhetoric about we need to do this with guns and that and that's and third from people who don't give a damn? They're just pushing rhetoric, especially if they are already invested in shit dealing with weapons manufacturers, military industrial complex shit. They don't give a fuck about that stuff. They just running their fucking mouth. They're not gonna change shit. And to be honest, a lot of time, I've stated this. I'd rather have people who genuinely in their mind and heart got their shit together and they have access to weapons. So when you have motherfuckers that are around with weapons and intending to do harm, you do have that counterbalance. When you don't have that counterbalance, man, that's bullshit. That's just my opinion. Why should everybody be disarmed? And then they can say, oh, we just going after assault weapons. And then they'll try to go after other weapons. And then everybody disarmed. So when shit happen, you ain't got no way to get the fuck out of here, man. That don't even make sense. Even when it comes against the government or whatever. That's the whole purpose of the Revolutionary War. So when governments get too big for their britches and want to do shit, the citizens still have the right to bear arms against tyrannical forces, period. But this is the thing. Why, when this stuff happened, we don't get no coverage? Now, this is from Newsweek. Man confronted for speeding, opens fire on party, woman shoots him dead. A driver who became embroiled in a dispute with partygoers after they accused him of speeding, which, see a lot of that around the area I'm at. Sprayed bullets into the crowd, but was shot to death by one of the revelers. The shootout happened around 10:45 on Wednesday night, so it happened on Wednesday last week at an apartment complex in West Virginia. Charleston police say several people had confronted Dennis Butler, 37, over claims he had driven dangerously through the area while driving where our children were playing outside. And that's kind of sad. But damn, at 10:45 at night, this is Saturday, so okay. But no, it was a Wednesday. And you have to also take into consideration, I think schools out that way are already out. Claims had, okay, so over the claims he had driven dangerously through the area while children were playing outside. And the police report, according to them, the police report said that Butler left the area, but then returned shortly afterwards with an AR-15 style rifle and started shooting at the group, which is completely coward shit, bullshit. They won't show the picture of the guy. He was a black guy, just in case. It's ironic they won't show who's involved, but when we get into officer-involved shootings and all this other stuff, they have all the pictures and faces of people plastered up here. But the guy who actually was shot was a black man, and 9 times out of 10, the party, the birthday, the graduation party, and the person involved in shooting this person also were black. And they matter of fact, they were. And this was the area in which you had a lot of people who are black, but they won't talk about that. So it's it makes you wonder. So this woman attending this birthday / graduation drew a pistol, returned fire, and killed Butler, who was shot multiple times. Why they won't say nothing about that? Why they won't say about those people who actually stand their ground while people getting shot at, and you got somebody who got their shit legit and they doing their thing and they take them out. So all these people in this area, including the other articles, they talk about how she's a hero. This is what hero. This is heroic. That's what being a hero means. That's what heroism come from. Not this bullshit these folks trying to put out here and make it seem. When you striving to save people's lives, even if you end up, taking a life, whatever. When you doing what is needed in that situation, you deserve that title. So, the question is, why is shit like this not? Why hasn't that been covered like everything else? It's weird. And so I just wanted to put that out there, let people know that if you didn't know about this, amongst all the shootings and amongst all this stuff, see, they're not going to cover anything in which there's a threat, and then you have somebody from a citizen who's armed and complying with the laws and everything and the Constitution and all this stuff, as they keep claiming they fighting for and all this stuff. When you have people that actually legitimately are doing that, and they take out somebody who on their book, they won't cover it. They won't cover it. They just want everybody that's going in, shooting up everybody, people dying, all these lives lost. And if the police came in and killed the suspect or the suspect killed themselves, they only want to put that out there. They don't want to put out there that a group of people was being shot at, one of those members in that group shot back and killed that person. Period. There's no way to even get not deny it. So I just wanted to go there. I'm about to go to this one right here. Economic pessimism growing in the U.S. I mean, I don't understand how it could not be pessimism growing. Should have been pessimism. over the last several years, decades, should have been pessimism. So what we have here, we got the Gallup's Economic Confidence Index, which is another one of their so-called polls, and where they go into these graphs, and like I said, I've already said that when they get to doing that shit, I really get tuned off. A lot of people like to look at the graphs and the different numbers they put with it. I'm just not with it because I know a lot of that shit be fucking made up or distorted. The numbers just don't be right. But Gallup's economic confidence measured 45 in May, down from 39 in each of the previous 2 months. It's the lowest reading in Gallup's trend during the corona pandemic, and likely the lowest confidence since the Great Recession in early 2009. Ain't that something? America is less positive about current conditions. And they act like that's something bad. Shit, unless people should not be putting positive energy towards shit that they see ain't working. And so they got the numbers here, poor, like everybody saying getting worse, poor. Americans' perceptions, and the reality of it. And I've always said the reason why a lot of this shit is the way it is the people keep voting for. The people, these folks, the system that people keep on allowing to take prestige in their lives. That they giving all their power away to these corrupt ass individuals that's running this shit. That's it. People ain't gonna be able to get over this until they acknowledge that shit. That's how I look at it. You're not gonna be able to do it. You're not gonna be able to do it. So let's see what else we got going on. Let's go to Drudge Report. Misjudge inflation threat. First thing, the main thing they talking about, dealing with the economy. Let's see what the inflation threat. U.S. policymakers misjudged inflation threat until it was too late. So, okay, if that's the case, are there going to be anybody who get be held accountable for that? Since you got inflation widespread, people can't really do a fucking thing. Then those that claim they can do it or act like they can do it, they just a little more well off. They still get hit somewhere down the line. So, is anybody, if you misjudge the inflation threat until it was too late, did that mean somebody or some people or some ones have to be held accountable for whatever actions they did not take or they took at the wrong moments in time? Is that going to transpire? No, no. So you got people all over starting to see this bullshit, man. I love it when I see people waking up to certain shit. You know, it just helps colorize the fact that motherfuckers know you ain't alone in your thinking. And there's a lot of people out here that's have differences in certain things, but the majority, the tie that binds us all together, motherfuckers see that this weird shit, this nonsensical shit that's happening, that's putting people in economic danger, health danger, physical danger, spiritual danger, all the above. And who are the individuals, groups, or institutions going to be held accountable for this shit? Since everybody going to be pointing a finger and on one side of the aisle going to be saying it's the other side of the aisle, this side going to be saying it's that one, and this group going to be saying that group, and that group this race going to say that race, who going to be held accountable? That's a good question people should think about. So I just wanted to get on here and basically really to talk about that shooting that these folks obviously don't want people to know about. I mean, you got people out here shooting people that want to carry out a mass shooting. You don't get no coverage unless people get killed or whatever. And so let's see what we got going on elsewhere. We got Supreme Court leak heating up. We got the Johnny Depp and the Heard court case that's still going on. Why people are interested in that shit, I have no fucking idea. Like, who the fuck gives a fuck? Who cares? I mean, damn, I like some movies with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but hell, I don't give a fuck about them that much to be sitting up watching a fucking court case of the shit that they going through. It's way more important shit out here that motherfuckers should have their attention to. They never even put out the court. They never had that court case on TV dealing with Ghislaine Maxwell, you know, the one and Epstein's partner who helped facilitate a lot of this shit dealing with children and a lot of high-powered people. You didn't see that you didn't see that case all on TV on the boob tube every day giving you updates on what's going on. But they want to update with you update this shit. It's crazy. I don't even know what's going on, but I know they had that shit on there every day. I don't give a fuck. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm not gonna be on here that long. I'm about to get off here in a minute. I just wanted to go through and see what we got here. Let's see, we got here. Wow, we got a Florida 10-year-old arrested for threatening mass shooting 5 days after Texas massacre. Still don't hear nothing about the woman that shot that dude dead for trying to shoot up in the crowd. It's crazy. Now this is crazy. 10-year-old charged with making a written threat to conduct a mass shooting. Why would a 10-year-old even be wanting to do something like that? And when you know the society is broken down when you have that type of behavior going on. And, you know, I'm going to leave it right there. A lot of this stuff that's happening, people need to understand that personal accountability and responsibility comes into play. People can blame the government, blame one another, blame races, blame this, blame that, all the fuck they want to. None of this shit, none of this bullshit they got on these news feeds and all these different back and forth fights and this and that will not be solved. It will still be people needlessly dying for no reason, needlessly suffering from financial instability and poverty and starvation and all this shit until motherfuckers start realizing, look here, the same system that people are promoting, you know, the same fucking system is full of shit, and motherfuckers need to back up and understand now, look, take your own power in your hand. You know, call these motherfuckers out where it needs to be. I'm not gonna say no names. I talked with somebody who's actually running for a position in Senate. The first thing I said was, well, a lot of people can't trust politicians. I know I don't. I don't trust no politicians. None of them has no solutions to none of this shit. It seems like they're more interested in running behind motherfuckers who put money in their pockets from the corporations. So that immediately take them away from leadership. They're not the ones maneuvering the country. It is the corporations and shit who are and they put out all these motherfucking agendas and try and go according to what will appease these corporate entities instead of what's going to appease the people and help the people and evolve the people. None of this shit is evolving. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. I just want to add that shit, but everywhere. This shit is deep. And you know, I hope everyone continue to stay safe, stay sound, use wisdom, keep a sharp eye, and stay aware of the shit that's going on, because that which is in the dark, as I said before, will come to light. And I'm gonna get off of here. I just wanted to share a few things, and hopefully be back on here. But I greet each and every person who come across here. And let me get up out of here. In the same greeting that I came, in the universal greeting of peace.